Morning. It's just gone 6:45. Heading on back into Portreath. I think it's an 18-mile day today, but because of the distance from my campsite into Portreath to start the walk, I think it's going to be 20 miles. So I'm setting off a little bit earlier to try and give myself enough time to do it without having to run, basically. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we get to St. Ives in a reasonable time. Right, got back down to Portreath, where I left the cafe yesterday afternoon, and yeah, looking at my watch, that's 2 miles extra and an extra 40 minutes onto my day. So I should have got a taxi, but I didn't really think about it last night. I think I was too tired. But yeah, I'm sure I'm going to regret that extra distance towards the end of the day. Anyway, up onto the top of the cliffs now, and yeah, we'll get going.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore. There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me. There are a lot of choices waiting to be made. Too many choices making me afraid. Dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea.
This last couple of miles has all been on this fairly level track. I have walked off onto the verge because it's a bit softer on the feet. But yeah, it's been really flat and level, which has been quite pleasant walking. Got a view in front of me now of Portreath lighthouse, so I think that would be the next bit we stop and have a look at. That was Mutton Cove, and it's like a protected area where the seals come and rest and sleep and whatever else seals do. But there's signs everywhere asking people to sort of be respectful and quiet when you're in the area. But yeah, it was really incredible to see. I'm pleased that there were some there today. Some people may even say that I look a little bit like a seal today in this t-shirt. Right, so our first look at Hale and the Towers behind the beach there. But yeah, I mean the tide is out, so I presume you could walk along the beach, but I'm not sure if that's cheating. I'll have a look at the guidebook when I get a bit closer. Oh, and I don't think I've pointed out yet, but that's St. Ives. So that's where we got to get to today. Hopefully.
Still feels.
Just a little bit of sustenance to see me through the Towers. Just got this little bit on the beach to do, then climb up the steps again, and I think we pick up the sand dunes, and yeah, we'll see how long that takes us to get through. So this is Gwythian Towers. Towers being the Cornish name for dune. It's fairly easy walking really so far, navigational wise. There's these great big slate markers, and each time you get to one you can normally see the next one, you know, in the distance or up on the next brow. So yeah, navigationally it's okay, but the view is limited of the sea. Now the tide is out a long way, and in the guidebook it does say that if the tide's out you can walk along the beach and not through the dunes. So if it's good enough for Paddy Dillon, well, it's good enough for me. What I might do is do a bit of the Towers and then head down onto the beach and walk along the beach for a while. Now I hope none of you are disappointed with me, but I've come off the Towers and I'm down on the sand on the beach. I did two of the sections. I did Gwythian and Upton Towers, and then, you know, look at this. To me this is far more beautiful and interesting to walk along than those dunes. You know, I'm glad I've experienced the first couple, but I was losing out on all of this. We're about halfway there now. I can see where the estuary sort of curves around the headland here and heads in towards Hale. So yeah, I'll enjoy this bit on the beach before heading into Hale. You all know that I love dogs. I've got a dog myself, and I love that dogs can come to the beach. But I just sat down having a break, and a dog came up to me, and I just sort of said hello to him, and then he sort of sniffed around my bag, cocked his leg, and did his business. Unfortunately now my bag and probably me are going to stink. Now I need to be on the other side of that estuary there, and I can, well, to me it looks like I can just walk right across it, but I know you're not allowed to. It's red flagged all the way along it, and the actual route goes down into Hale, around the back of Hale, and then on the other side. So yeah, shame that, because it's just there. Now those are fantastic pasties, and I really was going to have one today, but it's come out too hot now. I don't think I can manage a pasty. Just going to nip into Asda and get something to eat, and then move on, I think, to Lelant and then St Ives. This bit here is pretty busy road section, and not just coming out of Hale now. And yeah, now I need to try and cross over. Yeah, quite a big bend of a road that we got to walk around now before we can start heading back down the estuary, back out towards the sea, towards Lelant and St Ives. Yeah, but this bit here is it's a pretty busy road, so it's not the nicest thing to walk beside.
No. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Oh, 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 serves as a reminder to count your blessings, cause it's telling fast, put you down and leave you dead, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth, how they coming for you. Yeah, yeah, no. Don't you think you're better off where the neighbors don't stare? Maybe you're wanted, looking good for the movie screens, living in make-believe, hoping your wishes get granted.
This water here is incredible. A few years ago when I went to Ibiza, we got the ferry across to Formentera, and the water there was, you know, beautiful as well, but this equals that. On a day like today, the colour of that sea is incredible. So this is the other side now of where we were earlier. That was over where the Towans were. So we've walked up the estuary inland and then through Lelant. Coming up is Porth Kidney and then on to Carbis Bay. I thought I'd made a mistake just a minute ago because I came along the beach instead of being up on this sort of cliff path, and I just sort of presumed there'd be a way back up, but the further on I went, the less confident I became. Anyway, there was a path back up, but what I wanted to say was, walking along the beach, this poodle comes running at me, barking, chasing me around, running around my legs, jumping up at me. It might be something to do with the fact a dog weed on my bag earlier. Hopefully it doesn't smell. I don't want to be that person on the train going home, you know, the smelly one that everyone doesn't want to sit beside. That seal down there is carving through a shoal of fish, and every now and then he's popping up with one in his mouth. And the seagulls are trying to get any leftovers. There you go, he's got one there now. St. Ives is heaving. Got to walk through St. Ives now and make our way around the coast and up to the campsite. But I want to stop off and get some food, so I'm not sure if the campsite does food or not. Look at that view from the campsite. What a day. Right, I'm absolutely done in. I have done 22.06 miles today. It is 20 past 5, probably got here at 5 o'clock. And I left camp this morning at 6:45. Long day. And the heat, you know, did get to me a bit. I could feel myself sort of cooking through my hat. But anyway, yeah, gonna give it 5 minutes, have a drink, go and have a shower. I've got some tea ordered from the food van, and then probably, yeah, get an early night, because tomorrow we are going on to Pendine, which apparently is a tough section, but for a different reason. It's not the distance tomorrow, it is the terrain. A lot of boulders, a lot of up and down, a lot of scrambling. So yeah, it's going to be a different sort of challenge in tomorrow's walk. So anyway, if you've stuck it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the morning.